How y'all doing today? Senator Roy. Um, that's your name, Senator Roy. Um, Trump said you speak some Spanish from outer space. And you said Spanish, right? I want to tell you something. It's God language. It's all our language from heaven. God taught us how to speak the heavens, taught us how to speak to each other in different ways. God got many voices, but he got many words that he uses in tongues, and the Greeks and the things that he used in different tongues. So it can be Spanish, it can be Muslim, it can be, we all have to learn how to use that. God didn't speak English. Jesus didn't speak it, but he learned how to speak things. You have to understand those gifts that what you got. But you can't blame only Trump because of the mindset of the other voters that have the problem in the mindsets. Like a dog that want things the same way, around one of that dictates everything. And not just about Trump, it's the society of the voters that's picking at Trump, picking at the mindsets. And let me tell you something. I didn't grow up around Spanish, Mexican, Chinese. I didn't have all the white. But I need my exes. If you anywhere you at, it's gonna have so many people trying to talk this we not together because of those things. Because the way they project their life, the way they want to dictate things and do things. God and Jesus gonna make sure Texas ain't broken. The spirit of the light and the spirit of God got this. Yes, a man warned about politics of picking at the minds of others because of old mindsets. Yes, it's broken. But remember, it can always be restructured. Your state can always be restructured in the domains of the heaven. The heaven going through restructure. But he's finding different ways for the enemy that can't get in. And those things. But Mexico is not. Let me tell you something. Go ahead. I didn't talk a lot. Logo Love is one of my favorite movies I fell in love with. It's a great movie. I cried at the end, like a man cried. They say a man cried. I was about to cry in Local Love. So, and I dated Spanish. I dated that, but we don't have time for the old mindsets. And we got to learn how to educate ourselves. Why are we blaming other people, but we are not all willing to educate ourselves and do the things that we able to do? Of educated. But everybody want to dictate stuff in business. That's why things go. You dictate things. But we are talking about something that's going on in our country. It's not just about racism. It's about mindset judging, mindset behaviors. And Walmart is when I didn't work with Mexicans. And some Mexican, it's different from when I was at Big Lots when I was a kid. And my boss is Puerto Rican and Mexican. And I work with China. It's different when I was a kid. But when you get around dictators like at Walmart, and you get around liars in society, a mindset that think ain't too much and don't want to grow with it. And that's the thing we all in it together. But how can we get better if society and Democrats in America is not accepting people challenge how to get better? I remember having my evaluation did. We're gonna talk about it. I remember having my evaluation did. Is after I had graduated middle school in Plano. And it was to say what I'm good at. It said I'm more good at my hands. Then it asked me if I care about what's going on. And I said, yeah, she called it attitude. Then she asked me, if you supposed to believe you're supposed to be with somebody, say, yeah, this her body motion. And she had a little attitude. But let me tell you what those things that comes with it, right? Those things that come in with it, right? But I'm going to tell you something. But I say to myself, after she called it attitude, I might can't control how others go, but I can control the way I go. I can control my future. And I was dating this girl, Dolores. We always wanted kids and stuff when we was kids, but her mindset, the way she viewed the world, it wasn't the same as mine.
So my sister threw a joke yesterday.
It wasn't the same as mine in life. So it wasn't the same at life. You know, God and Jesus said, I tell your loved ones I'm in my heaven sleeping, but they don't know my spirit have left my heavens. Into the heart is pure. One thing, I won't become a victim of society that want things the same way every time. They don't want change. What change is happening? You don't want change. You have to have change. You live in old covenants, old community leaders that want things, old businesses. You only change with numbers and food, but you don't change as a society and the ground that you walk on. What difference that you're making in the society world? So the questions among us that how can we be greater? Like I was actually just telling my mama yesterday. I'm outside yesterday and I saw a cloud of a man. It turned into a cloud, and he sticked out. He had a hat like a Peru, like Wayne had on, but and he sticked out as a man. He had a beard, and he had things, and he sticked out the cloud, watching everybody. It was the cloud watching everybody. So I'm watching a cloud, a man cloud, eyes. I'm walking outside in my community, and yesterday I'm looking like, whoa, did I actually just see what I just see? I actually just see what I just see. So it's watching, and the clouds change. Is watching. It was watching this community, and it had no. It was watching them, and I'm like, hold up for a second. It was watching people. His eyes, it was watching, and the clouds changed after it peeked his head out. It changed. So when people see me out, it changed. And I'm like, hold up, what? I did not just see, because nobody else just saw what I just seen. I did not just see what I just seen. And I did not just see is a face that was peeking out and watching everybody. Is a cloud turning into a cloud. And I'm like, hold up. And I'm like, hold up. It was a cloud, a face. It was a cloud in the face peeking out on everybody. I'm like, whoa, hold up. Did not I just not see what I just seen? I did not just see what I just seen. And nobody else was watching this in my community. They hated somewhere else, but not watching the evolve of the universe. Love you too. They love you too. They're not watching the evolve on the universe. They're not watching those things. So it's like they are not watching those things, and I'm like, hold on, I'm freaking out right now because everybody else driving and people acting dumb. But I'm looking at the sky, and the cloud turned into a man. He got a Peru hair like Wayne, but he's got a beard. And he's looking at him, and then the cloud changed their form once they picked his head out. And I'm like, hold up for a second. What this happened? When nobody else just seen what I just seen, because everybody else paying attention to their cars and everything besides that paying attention to their cars. And I'm like, hold up for a second. And they so focused on that, but they not focused on the journey of their creativity. They're not focusing on the journey. And I'm like, hold up for a second. I'm like, hold up. And I'm like, oh, what the heck? I'm just seeing out of that cloud, and I look. Notice cloud just turned into a face and is looking at everybody. and not no alien, and it had no spaceship involved in this and that. This was pure, just natural. And not no spaceship or anything what you humans think. This was just natural. No human got control over this. But it was looking at, it was observing you. It was observing. And I'm like, hold up for a second. And it's observing everybody. And I'm like, hold up for a second. This is really observing people. And it's observing everybody. So I'm freaking out, and I'm like, hold up for a second. Did somebody just see what I see? And these kids are worried about this stuff, but they're not paying attention to the skies and looking for guidance and trying to be creative. But they being vicious, but not trying to be creative. And I'm like, hold up for a second. Do I just not just see what I saw? Like I'm freaking out. Like I'm freaking out about the things that's going on. And like everybody else paying attention, I'm trying to pay attention to the sky, y'all with the drive, and I'm like, hold up for a second. Let your creator mind. Stop with all that anger. Everybody come in with aggressive energy. Stop with all that and let your creative show. I told my son 5 years old. I talked to him the other week. He's 5 years old. And I say, let your creative mind show. But I also took him in the neighborhood and I showed him around the houses. You know what I tell him? I showed him around the houses. And we didn't go on a person's property. We didn't do none of that. But I let him look. I say, son, you can have anything that everybody else had. But put your mind together. Use your money and your mind wisely. And I told him that, like, you got to use it. And I got to keep telling him that. So the more he comes, and the more I got to keep this, putting that in his head to get him to understand. It's the way you put your money as a kid, and people want it's the way you put your money as a kid. It's the way you do things. It's the way you do things in life. And that can be the creativity out there, the way you do things in life. That is going to get you where you're trying to go. And you have to be patient as the more as you go in life. That don't matter if you're a criminal. It doesn't matter in life. Elevate yourself. You know, the most of the thing, they want you to spend money on beer. And if you have a wife or a husband, if you're married or whatever that is, you need to see how much a bill costs for that whole month when you adding up your bills. And you buy 8 cases for that whole month to generate. When you get paid, you're gonna spend $180 on a whole. You might buy a lot of cases, but they're gonna, and then you buy an extra case for the third of that month, and it's gonna last you for a while. You buy it for the whole month, and you get one more extra case for the third, and that's gonna last you for a while. You gotta be able to elevate. It's about elevating your money and management. And everybody drinks a lot. We drink wine, champagne. We drink all of those things. But can you elevate? You know, I'm not married right now. But the thing is this, is if I wasn't married right now, and my wife had me on a budget, say, wife, I drink a lot of beer, and I drink a lot of champagne, and I do this. Um, I went to Walmart and see how much a beer, like a 24-ounce beer. And I might we add up that whole, how much is for that whole month to buy. And I might spend $189 on a lot of cases, and I don't have to worry about going back out and worry about spending money until the middle of that next month. You know what I'm saying? Start adding up how much your beer costs, because everybody drinks. Start adding up how much thing costs. Bud Light, start adding up how much thing costs and where you're trying to go and what you're trying to do. So you add up those things, you will be, it's about budgeting. American can save more money, like, come on, management. I say, if I don't know about you, because most people are not going to want to do it. But I know when it comes to me managing, I might, hold up, I want this pack of Bud Light and I want this beer. But I don't want to keep coming back every paycheck and wasting money. So when I get paid, I might spend $190 on a lot of cases. And they're going to last me the whole month. You want to buy something that's going to last you the whole month. Count how many weekends in a month that you're going to need and count. Like literally. You have to, it's about budgeting. We always want to complain about we don't have enough, but we don't know how to budget. We don't know how to budget. We don't know how to budget. And that can be the guarantee to us don't know how to budget. We don't know how to budget, and that's the problem with us. We can go through a struggle. But most people, I was at the CPS in 2000, CPS class of character in my old neighborhood, and one lady told me, Hubert, I don't want all of those problems, but money problem. I really live it, but I can't live a simple life and still not be able to struggle. But you live in a community where you're having ups and downs, and you get mad because you're not the way you are, because you're not willing to elevate yourself as America, as a nation, as anywhere. You're not willing to elevate and manage what you need to manage. Get money, start the way you bet, baby. You're not willing to manage what you need to manage. You know, and one guy said, you gotta, you don't have to struggle. It's about budgeting and shit, man. Look, it's about budgeting. I'm telling you, it's about budgeting, right? It's like if I spent $2,000, $3,000, and I might, when I get my taxes, and I might hold up, I might want to get a refrigerator with just a whole bunch of milk. I'm gonna have to go by the date, but also it's gonna last me. I might buy 1,000 gallons that whole month for that whole month. That means it's gonna last me a while. So it's about budgeting and not taking your money. It's about budget. I might spend $130 on this milk itself and not complain about things. It's about budget. Instead of going to think every month once a gallon waste, learn how to see how much. Oh, all right. It costs $3 or $4. Let me just see how much for that whole month. How many gallons I could get for that whole month. That whole month of January. It's about the budget that you're doing in life. What is going to get you. Is what is going to get you in life. It's about the budget that what you're going to get in life. If you learn how to budget, you have no problem with that. But we also blame people about us not having the things that we have, but we don't know how to budget. We don't know how to understand it, what we want in life. We don't know how to understand what we're doing. So we have to understand those things to get where we're trying to go. Like people think I was doing stuff when I was a kid. I was going to college. I was going to thrift stores. I was going to I had to do garage sales on the weekends. I'm helping out at elementary school. I'm at Brookhaven and North Lake. I'm doing stuff. I'm actually busy. I'm not what you say, like our counties, we had stuff. Our school district kept me busy. I got a certificate, over 1,000, 2 certificates, over 1,000 hours worth of community service. Like they spend time in the classroom. Like the teachers don't know how to, the leaderships don't know how to. They keep kids in the classroom. But when if I'm a little more advanced, but it's the way your teachers and your classrooms act. You're not willing to change it. You're stuck in old mindsets. But Dallas not gonna bring that county. It's about counties, guys. It's about how counties spending their money and spending their money. When different counties spending their money. I don't regret nothing because I had great people around me. Going to school, doing that, going to school and doing those things, going to school and doing those things and what those things is, and going to school and doing those things. So it's about that. Like, I'm going to college, I'm going to thrift stores, I'm going to elementary schools. When people see me out and about, I'm out with my class, like, and Mary's going to talk about some stuff. Look, I say, look here, man. Look here right now. We ain't about to do this game here, and we ain't about to play it. I know where I'm at. Going to garage sales. I know where I'm at. Your mama is. I know where I'm at. So I'm not out to play this game with you, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that. But it's I gotta go to garage sales. I gotta go weekend summer school. I'm at summer school at Creekview. I'm at Newman Smith. Then I got summer school like at another elementary school. So I got a farmers branch school over there by the farmers branch station that I go to a doctor at. I also go with my class. Like, I don't got time for the nonsense that you're throwing at me. And like, my teachers kept me. I'm going to Brookhaven. I'm going to North Lake. I gotta go to Turner and pass out Avon. I gotta go to Creekview, and like, I don't have time for the nonsense of when I'm not getting back to school till 4:30. Then we gotta rush on the bus, and they don't know just because I quit my job, I still had to participate. It doesn't, and I still had to participate. It doesn't matter if maybe they don't understand these things. I mean, I want to tell you something. I have met good people in Coca-Cola. When I worked with at 1216, they want me to come in. I done met good employees like Grizz, a cashier. When we are dealing with different mindsets, that's the problem. Jeff, and the rest of are not that bad, but Jeff got a problem, and other black dictators as a man, they got a problem. It's the problem of the business, but we can't talk about what's going on with a black dictator and have a black mind acts. How can I'm in Louisville at about 2018 and 17. I'm working with this guy, and it's a Arabian couple. Say, Hubert, I like the way you work. And this Arabian couple, him and his wife, is a stand. I like the way you work. We talking, and in Arabian, and he's like, I like the way you do, Hubert. But his as a black worker, my brother, he had a problem. Oh, the white man. I was like, hold up. You stop going against your black people in the business then. Stop being a vindictive man with your ego and your mindset and the way you want to control things. Like, I don't want, like, everybody, the black man, and then you start to feel uncomfortable because I won't argue with you. I won't argue with you in a van. I won't argue with a black man that got his own opinion on how he treat other blacks. I won't argue with you. And you get stagnation. You get a nation in the mind. You feel uncomfortable because you want to argue over your mindset, the only thing you thinking. But you're not seeing, you're not willing to see other people world and other people, how other people, Chris don't even have the same color skin as me. But he take me to Noah's car. He take me to the other store across the street. That's why I tell my exes, we're not talking about people gonna try to manipulate their way and do stuff, man. Like, don't do that, man, because using people, men, stupid, jealous men and kids and things when you broken up, that could be the biggest downfall of our enemy when we no longer together as friends or any one of those things, and how other people can use and dictate things in life. And nobody wants that when we talk about, and this subject I'm putting on YouTube, America and God, and discussing our issues in our nation. So, and I got this video playing on YouTube. Yes, I like, stop only seeing your world and how because you obsessed with yourself, but you're not willing to work with others and other mindsets. And I would go over there across the street from 1216, and I would actually work over there and talk to everybody, and Chris would teach me how to build and things, and go to Home Depot. We go to NASCAR. I'm like talking to sponsors at NASCAR in Texas, and I'm shy as hell. I'm like shy talking to everybody at the NASCAR, meeting the sponsor. I'm shy. I have some beautiful women, and I'm like, I'm trying to know how I'm talking to people at the NASCAR, the sponsors, the women. Sometimes it just like you get around new people that you have not really talked yet. And I was like, it was cold as heck, but I'm like, I'm trying to meet, shake the hand of everybody, and trying to talk when we're at the NASCARs and do those things. So it just everybody throwing their political opinions out there and things, and it is not. If we had a government that worked out everybody issues a year and work out everybody issues, a building and able to, but you're trying to always control the narrow things, and that's where you're gonna go wrong. And Trump is gonna pay a price. Everybody's gonna pay a price. You just can't blame it on Trump. It's the political. It's the mindset of a community. It's the mindsets of you. It's the mindsets of you. It's the mindset. It's the mindset and how things where my spiritual gifts, I have to learn how to maintain it. And that can be the difference where you can look into people's eyes and spirit and minds and see the eyes deeper in the eyes and deeper in the mindset. If I was in the army, I wouldn't need a satellite to see my enemy. I wouldn't need monopolists to see my enemy. I would see my enemy by spirit and by mindset. I would know his spiritual energy, to see the tendency in it, to understand it. And I'm gonna tell you something. My relationship, it was always complicated with us. As far as Felicia and Nikki, that mindset is off. For Felicia and Nikki, but my other relationship we talking about on TikTok is with our parents never giving us a chance to even talk things out. And I think people would agree with me on that one. Never give us a chance. And I think people in my past would agree on this subject. Never give us a chance to this. Because everybody want to dictate things. And my relationship did not happen on Sister Family Reunion as that. You had to do way more than that to get us apart. Cause we stayed together a long time. That concept that you're trying to throw, it didn't happen like that. Sister family reunion, one of the sisters, it didn't even happen like that. And trust me, Sabrina's dad wasn't like that at all. Wasn't like that at all. Wasn't like that at all. Sabrina's dad wasn't like that at all. So when I'm watching family reunion, you trying to throw my life of a concept out there, and that's not how things was being done. We still hung in there. You had to do more than there, and we both know it was gonna be hard. But if a parent always dictating things, how can you be? It don't give things a chance. That's why they always lose with me. That's why you always losing with me. Because it's something that's always more. I never was poor. I never was none of that. I always stayed balanced. I was poor, but probably in New Orleans, probably, but not that bad poor. My mama worked for everything. So let me take that back. Let me take that back. It's the political opinion of the old covenants. You got to get the old covenants and old communities out of there. The order to make that change, you got to get the old covenants out there. You got to get that out there. You got to get the old covenants out there. You got to get that out there. You got to get the old covenants out there. So you have to get that out there. So if you get that out there, the old governors and old community mindsets, and put new mindset leadership in there. And I don't know how your county do it, Dallas and Houston and your county, but I had a damn good county. I go to movie night, production night. And what I mean, we in Farmers Branch, in the, there's a rec center over there. And we have projected movie night at the park and everybody comes. And we go and cut grass. We have things. I don't know how you do it in your county, but you don't know how to manage in Dallas and South Dallas. I don't know how your teachers and how your community rate, but don't. It's about bringing things in the concept of what they trying to bring over there, man. Dallas trying to bring that over there, man, and nobody wants to deal with that. And let me tell you, all of my relationship had money. And talking about you a kid, all of my relationship had money. And that man. If we're gonna talk to people in Miami, baby, look, you know, I have friends that cook over there, Vietnamese friends that cook. I come over there and chill. I had a Muslim friend, Sarah, when I didn't have some that weekend, if I don't have money and we going out, and her sister, her and her, I don't care about all of that. Like, come on, man, like, bought me many things if I didn't have something at school that day and I didn't have money that day and I had to wait. Oh, but I got you. My Muslim, like this, and not the nonsense of what you're trying to throw at. Look, Cardi B throws something at me and throws a shot at me. Let me tell you something. It's not in a bad way, but remember, it's in a good way. It's how you take things and how you able to listen and take things when somebody you just can't go off. Is how you able to listen and certain things. And I'm not looking at it in a bad way. I'm looking at it in a good way, and this is how we do. And let me tell you something. I don't believe in Republican Democrats. I don't believe in none of those things. But I do believe that we can understand each other, and it's not just about politics and people caring about things. And I'm the type of man that just want to leave everything out. You know, I met a person off in a different country, and she's in a different country, and I met her, and not one time, and I met her in 2019, 18. I got a message up at. Not one time we talked about political stuff. She got a dog. She got everything. Not one time, hey, how you doing? We kept not one time we got into political things. We had a good time, and just because their mindsets is not the way they is, even if you politics think about something, I would still find a way to beat you around your politic mindset because I don't think about politics. I don't think about Democrats. I don't think about what goes. And that's the way you lose because you're thinking about the same thing they thinking, but you can't think out the box to get where you're trying to go. You can't see the conversations of that. So the concept of those things, how can we go where we're trying to go in life? The concept, like, come on, like literally. I remember I was going to a middle school campus, and a teacher cursed me out, and I cursed him back out, and I got in trouble for it, but nobody didn't want to hear it. But my teacher, after that, I had a teacher and I had to pay that ticket. The teachers and everybody got together and said something in character. Say, Hubert, as long as you in this school, nobody can decide your discipline because he took it out of composure. He took it out of composure, so um, he took it out of composure. So yeah. So I want to make this. I know what's on the computer, and I'm warning Senator Ted. Everybody about to get it for conspiracy charge of racism and lies in its communities. And I know what's on that computer. Every time you do something, it's gonna get you in trouble. Every time you're a police officer, it's gonna get you in trouble. It's gonna get you in trouble. I want to make it very clear in this community, and these police officers in my community. You're going to get your ass in trouble. And people coming around paying people to do sneaky stuff in Houston and paying kids on IG and these rappers. And he's using these kids. And I know it's on that computer. So I want to make myself very clear. You're going to get made out an example. Every rapper, every politic in Houston going to get it. Everybody's community going to come up out there, get up out their damn door behind dumb shit. All of your computers in every house gonna be taken, and you gonna go to jail. I'm talking about coming in every house. But let me tell you something. I have never felt, and I have never did none of that. I have never felt. And just because a stupid woman been through something, how another man treat them, you don't take it out on somebody else because you want to do what you want. Your brother not having, and your brother jealous of what you have. The concept of dealing with politics and dealing with society mindsets. Y'all about to get it for conspiracy charges around here, man. And everybody in this house, the Department of Defense gonna come in, the Army gonna come and get everybody. Then this dumb man around here about to get it, man. Walmart about to get it. I don't care if you gotta shut every damn business down. Don't lie, all of you. Construction workers about to get it. On associates, hey, don't play with me, you little lying little bitch. So everybody want to talk down. Nobody ain't talk. Let me tell you something. Parent don't want to understand it. That's where the conflict at. Until you can get out on your own, you're going to have your disagreement with your family until you can get out on your own. But that's the concept of racism. That's the concept when people want you to get angry with your family and get at it while they win, while they lie, and you be in a shelter behind community lies and racial behavior control old communities. I can't keep dealing with that. I have to move in a way and balance. It's about controlling balance, but not about putting up with behavior of society the way they want things. What life without those things and those things you talk about? I'm warning, because I'm warning them. And that DA about to lose their job behind that dumb South Dallas girl. They're about to lose their job with these kids, and the Wildland police about to go to jail. I ain't the one to be tampered with. I had to stop one police officer try to pull a gun, and she should lose her job. The guy tell her, hold up, you a stupid bitch, you're going to lose your job. And you know, all of y'all about to go to jail, man. This whole community, a community that conspiracy charge. Don't talk about nobody crazy. Trust me. Don't fuck with me, man. And everybody acting like a dummy in this community with their kids and around. No, you the thief, you racist liar. And that's why I gave the FBI your body motion for you and your kids can go to jail and be in foster homes. Oh yeah, they gonna look at the camera and see the jealousy, spirit behavior. I meant that in the community. I meant what's gonna go down in this community. Everybody in every store gonna get it, and every neighbor gonna get it. I meant that. I know what's going on, man. Nobody want to deal with a liar, man. And this is why we got the civil rights. Everybody in that hospital, that hospital's about to close. Keep fucking with me. It's not gonna exist no more. And everybody tell you work for something. This is my justice. My mom can't keep putting everything in that. This is my life. I can't keep dealing with that. I can't keep that. And people want to tell you that. Look at the difference going on. Look what's going on. That's the saddest part when you got to argue and when they want to do stuff. It's sad. I don't want to argue with you.
Girl, to be man or woman, I feel like you're gonna be now balanced.
That's sad, man. Nobody got time for that.
Somebody here want to tell you.
It's about moving in a different. Nobody